Tatiana Schlossberg, was 34. 9 months pregnant, training for a swim across the Hudson when everything changed. 10 minutes after she gave birth to her daughter in May 2024, doctors noticed her white blood cell count was 131,000, far above normal. What she believed was postpartum recovery turned rapidly into a diagnosis of acute myeloid leukemia with a rare mutation called inversion 3. Her doctor quietly told her, "You might have a year, maybe less." She is the granddaughter of John F. Kennedy, daughter of Caroline Kennedy and Edwin Schlossberg, born into one of America's most storied families. And despite that legacy of hope and service, this battle is raw, personal, and unfiltered. She underwent chemotherapy to stem cell transplants first from her own sister. Then, an unrelated donor even joined a CAR-T clinical trial. She writes that the smell of stem cells like canned tomato soup is a memory now imprinted on her life. But there is more. In a powerful essay published on the 62nd anniversary of her grandfather's assassination, she turned her gaze inward toward her family and the politics surrounding public health. Her cousin, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., now Health and Human Services Secretary, took a direct hit. She accused his anti-vaccine stance and his budget cuts to medical research, especially mRNA research, of jeopardizing treatments for people like her. "I watched as Bobby cut nearly $500 million for research into mRNA vaccines, technology that could be used against certain cancers," she wrote. And this isn't academic. While she was lying in hospital beds, her husband George Moran, sleeping on the floor nearby, her parents holding her children. Researchers and institutions she relied on were destabilized. She feared not just for her own body, but for a system she needed to survive. She asked, if one member of the Kennedy family can face this fight, how many others will face it without the same platform, the same voice? Her story touches on the personal and the systemic. On a mother's fear of not making memories with her kids, on a daughter's guilt of adding more grief to a grieving family, on a legacy of public service confronting modern policy decisions that shaped life and death. For viewers at home, it stands as a reminder that nobody is immune, that even the most iconic families bear hidden battles, and that the lines between politics, health, and human vulnerability are thinner than we might think. What does it mean for you? It means listen when people tell you research matters. It means ask who benefits when funding is cut. It means value life now because the future isn't guaranteed. And it means empathy for people we know and people we don't. Tatiana's fight will continue. The questions she raises will echo. And as we watch her story unfold, we're reminded that courage isn't always public. Sometimes it's just survival, memory, and love.